Today on People Now, Bachelor Nation erupts on Twitter after a shocking twist in the Bachelor finale.
Are you kidding me?
This time, it truly was the most dramatic ending ever.
And our panel of Bachelor alums are dishing on Arie's devastating change of heart.
New video of a man leaving the Oscars Governor's Ball with Frances McDormand's trophy. We have details.
And Jennifer Garner hilariously explains what exactly was going on in her head during that now famous Oscars Twitter meme.
We'll tell you why Dwayne Johnson could not be more proud to accept his Razzie Award for Baywatch.
Calling all tattoo artists, Emma Watson needs you to fix her ink.
This is People Now Confess Sesh.
Plus, the judges for the American Idol reboot open up in our People Now Confess Sesh.
It is all today on People Now. Let's go. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to People Now. So great to see you. Arie.
So dramatic.
Last night, part one of the 5-hour Bachelor season finale, and we know Chris Harrison always says this, but guys, we're pretty sure this was actually the most dramatic season finale in Bachelor history.
I mean, it was pretty insane. But before we get to breaking down all the drama, we want to know, what are your thoughts on last night's finale? So tweet us at People using the hashtag PeopleNow. We'll get to your answers very soon.
Excited to break that all down. And guys, we are continuing our countdown to daylight savings time.
Woo!
Very excited.
Yes, we are now 5 days away from that extra hour of sunshine. We're in the home stretch, everyone. We can almost feel those rays of sunshine just shining down on us.
It's literally life-giving and depression stopping for some of us. I speak for myself.
True.
We'll continue counting down until March 11th. Get those clocks ready to spring forward. First, we begin with this. Here's what you need to know and what's trending for today. All right, guys, major spoilers from last night's Bachelor finale. We are warning you, a lot went down. So if you haven't watched, leave for a bit, then come back, because here we go. It was good. It was a Bachelor Nation shocker. Arie Luyendyk Jr. proposed to Becca K, only to break things off for a second chance with runner-up Lauren B. Now, it's something that's extremely rare in the Bachelor Nation world, as you guys know, and Becca is now opening up about her heartbreak in an exclusive new interview with People. The 27-year-old publicist says although she does not think her ex-fiancé is a monster, the result of his actions hurt the most, explaining at the end of the day, I don't think he thought through everything of how ending things with Lauren would be, how being engaged to me would be, and what breaking up with me and going back to her would be. I don't think he thought it through, but I don't think he did it maliciously to break my heart. I agree with her. Becca says she felt overjoyed after their engagement and did not expect Arie to, quote, throw in the towel so quickly, revealing it was embarrassing the way he broke up with me with the full cameras and crew around. There was a better and more tactful way to do it. She goes on to say a breakup is hard enough, and to have it all filmed and have to rewatch it and know that people all across the country are watching you get your heart broken, it's embarrassing. It's not fun. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It was like a slap in the face. Even though it was on a TV show that she signed up for. Anyway, whatever. Stay with us. We'll be breaking down more of Arie and Becca's shocking split, plus the engagement ring he chose right before breaking her heart. You will not want to miss that. Well, guys, the case of the missing golden statue is solved. A man has been arrested in relation to Frances McDormand's stolen Oscar after he was caught on tape, there you go, trying to leave the governor's ball with it. In the video captured by the Associated Press, you can see the man, identified by LAPD as Terry Bryant, wearing a tuxedo, holding the Oscar statuette proudly as onlookers cheered. Los Angeles police say the 47-year-old had a ticket for the ball, but one of the photographers on hand didn't recognize him as someone who had won an Oscar and followed and confronted him. Bryant was arrested on suspicion of felony theft and as of press time was being held on $20,000 bail. Now, thankfully, McDormand, the Best Actress winner, was happily reunited with her Academy Award, and the two celebrated with an In-N-Out double cheeseburger. I'm sure Oscar enjoyed that. And I'm pretty sure that guy is not going to be invited back to the governor's ball next year.
Nope.
Now on to Dwayne Johnson, who is celebrating a very different kind of statue. Watch this.
I, too, am bringing home the gold tonight. No, not an Oscar, maybe one day, but a Razzie. Razzie are the annual awards given out to Hollywood's worst movies, and I have officially won one for Baywatch.
You gotta love Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The man is so excited to be honored with a Razzie Award. Yep, an award for Hollywood's worst movies of the year. The actor scoring the win for the movie Baywatch. But it's not just any old Razzie. No. They actually created a new category for the lifeguard flick. The category called A Movie So Rotten You Eventually Fell in Love with It. In Johnson's Instagram post, he explains the flop, saying he made Baywatch with the best of intentions, but it didn't work out that way. So instead, he's humbly and very graciously accepting his Razzie. I think the world needs more Dwayne Johnson, right?
He has such a zest for life.
A zest! And he can embrace the good and the bad.
And he works really, really hard.
And by the way, that award, it's kind of like bad but good. Like it says it's so bad you fell in love with it.
I know.
It's a soft blow.
I know. All right, guys, another spoiler alert. So if you have not seen The Bachelor season finale part 1, walk away, get some breakfast, come back later because we're checking in on our question of the day.
We asked you what you thought about the most unexpected season finale of The Bachelor ever.
Nice, Jeremy. One Twitter user said, I wasn't outraged that he changed his mind because let's face it, it happens. But it was the way that he did it. He went to the producers and asked for it to be filmed instead of breaking it off in private. How embarrassing for her. I hope she finds someone better that truly loves her.
Whew. All right, more Twitter users firing off some tweets. Even Arie's ex, Becca M, was tweeting about the whole thing. Becca saying, DMing your ex is a good look too, kind of sarcastic, because apparently he
DM'd her a few times after the show.
After they had broken up,
yeah,
right?
but look, the DMs they sent her weren't anything super scandalous.
No.
But you are reaching out to an ex, so think about if it's a normal relationship. And if your boyfriend is reaching out to an ex, you're gonna be pissed.
Or supposedly your fiance is reaching out to an ex-fiance, even worse, right? So there, it's a weird thing for sure, but they were innocent. It wasn't like he was like, hey, send pics or like you up or something like that.
Maybe like a little petting on her part, but that's fine.
Here's some more tweets about it. Ben Higgins, how did this, Mr. Benjamin Higgins, how did this breakup end up on camera? Seems like a private conversation. We don't belong in this conversation, but I'm still watching.
That's the thing.
As was everyone.
Yeah, every woman approached by Arie after watching this.
But if he ends up with...
this is great. The Bachelor finale. Just take that crown away,
Boom, taken off, and that was a mistake. We're going to put it right over here.
But you were glad that they showed the whole thing.
I thought, well, look, in a situation where we've seen this 1,000 times before, not the breakup thing, but to have it play out in real time with the 2 cameras, I honestly couldn't look away. I thought it was a good move to keep people interested.
It was very compelling, which we're obviously going to break this all down in a little bit.
Yeah,
for sure.
Keep the comments coming in. We'll check in with you again soon. But Andrea, you have more for us in Star Trek.
Yes, Jeremy. So we're talking a little tattoo typo in today's edition of Star Trek. Emma Watson hit up the Vanity Fair Oscar party after the Academy Awards wrapped on Sunday night. Her sparkly neck piece and velvet dress were certainly eye-catching, but it was the new ink on her forearm that caught everyone's attention. The cursive-written tattoo says, "Time's up," in honor of the movement that has taken Hollywood and society by storm. Emma's obviously a huge supporter, but when you take a close look, you can see that the tattoo is grammatically incorrect. The word times is missing the apostrophe between the E and the S. Now, luckily, the tattoo is fake, and Emma is being a really good sport about it.
Oh, what a relief.
What a relief. The actress went on Twitter to put out a job listing saying, quote, "Fake tattoo proofreading position available. Experience with apostrophes a must." At least, Emma she knows how to have a laugh about the typo. And I'm sure next time she'll make sure to do a little proofreading herself. All right, watch this.
Oh my God, it's so pretty.
Yeah, before the breakup, there was the ring. Arie Luyendyk Jr. proposed to Becca K with a 3-carat oval sparkler, but longtime Bachelor jeweler Elan says the Bachelor was initially drawn to, wait for it, 2 different cuts. Bum, bum, bum. Elan tells people that Arie was the most intense bachelor when it came to choosing the ring, revealing he really liked this one ring he felt would be perfect for Becca, but he kept coming back to this other ring, which was completely different, and saying how it would be perfect for this other girl. He was very indecisive, and there was a hesitation, and he took the process very, very seriously. Lane also says Arie was committed to finding love and starting a life with someone, but will it be with runner-up Lauren? Well, we're diving right into last night's Bachelor shocker in just a little bit, so don't go anywhere just yet. Yes, lots of Bachelor today, but it's all worth it. Jennifer Garner had a viral aha moment at the Oscars that was seen around the world. Well, World Wide Web, that is. After tons of speculation on social media about what her big revelation could be, Jen went on her Instagram stories on Monday to finally clear the air. Or did she?
Congrats to Shape of Water. Maybe I should date a fish.
Clearly, Jen knows how to take a joke and make a good one in return. She voiced over her infamous meme with 2 other potential OMG thought moments. In one, she says, "Hey, Jimmy Kimmel, what's in your wallet? Wait, where's my wallet?" Hilariously poking fun at her Capital One TV commercial tagline. In the other, she says, "Can't wait to work with Lena Dunham. Wait, did I sign a nudity waiver?" She's alluding to her new HBO series with the girl's creator and star. Well, folks, there you have it. We may never know what Jen was really thinking that day, but at least everyone got a good laugh out of it. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. We are talking all things Arie after last night's shocking season finale with Bachelor alums Caila, Quinn, and Charlene Joint, plus the high school theater production that foreshadowed Prince William and Kate's love story. We will explain. But first,
Brad Pitt. Oh, I just met him in the elevator. He said in 1 year, if he's single and I'm single, we gonna do it. So you know what that means.
Tiffany Haddish and Brad Pitt are getting it on in 1 year. That's right. The hilarious actress told Kelly Ripa all about her memorable elevator run-in with Brad Pitt backstage at the Oscars.
Yeah, he apparently told her that if they're both single in a year, then they are hooking up.
There you go. She did point out that Pitt has 7 kids, and she's not sure that she can deal with a man that has that many kids.
It is a lot of kids. Ripa then had Haddish play Marry, Date, Dash. She said she wouldn't marry Pitt.
No, wouldn't do it. But she revealed that she would date Brad Pitt, marry George Clooney, and would ditch Javier Bardem because she didn't know who Javier was. Good reason. That makes the decision very easy.
That's a really good reason to ditch somebody. I really like that, though. She's funny about it.
She is.
All right, after an intense part 1 to the Bachelor finale, we have so many questions.
Like, why did this happen? How could Arie do this? And is he really ready for marriage after all?
Well, executive producer of The Bachelor, Elan Gale, has known Arie for a while now, and he gave us his take on all the drama.
I've known Arie for a really long time. I've known him since he was on Emily's season, and I think that he's a romantic. I think he follows his heart, and I think even when it's hard, that's what everyone should do. Sometimes that's dramatic. So is life. Like, that's just how things are. And I think the more passionate you are about relationships and the more passionate you are about love, the more ups and downs you'll have.
There you go. Elan also weighed in on another dramatic but more lighthearted debate from this season. Oh yes, we are talking Glam-Shaming.
Yeah, it became a topic of conversation earlier this season after Chelsea pointed out that fellow contestant Marique checked a mirror and fixed her hair while on a date.
Oh my goodness, it was after a hike, so I mean, it was pretty understandable, I guess, but the whole thing blew up into an argument with its own hashtag. And not to speak in hyperbole, but it's changing life as we know it.
Yeah, it really is. So what does Elan make of all of this? He told us.
With glam shaming, like should someone glam shame? That's a really interesting question. And I'm not sure I know the answer.
How many of you think glam shaming is a thing? Just a show of hands.
I mean, it could, yes. Guys do it all the time. Yes.
Okay, so it is, okay.
I think if somebody shames you, the first thing you can do is remember that it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. At all, right? If you take a minute then and decide that I'm going to take this moment and I'm going to reflect upon myself and I'm going to determine if I really believe that what they're saying is valid. And if there is, and I don't like the thing about myself that they're shaming, I'm going to change it for me, not for them, nothing to do with what they're talking about. But it's a good moment of kind of recalibration for yourself. And that's actually a good thing. Constant reassessment is a good thing. But if you find things invalid, you say like, hey, that person's a piece of and then you move on with your life.
Something tells me Elan not so affected by glam shaming.
No,
I don't know. What do you think?
So.
Is glam
Well,
shaming
I
real?
don't think you should shame anyone for anything. I think who cares if someone takes longer with their hair and makeup? I don't think it really matters. It's just an excuse to hate on somebody.
Get over it,
Yeah,
people.
but I think the hashtag's it's just a little silly, but
It's silly.
yeah, but a lot of things on The Bachelor are silly.
And stick around. Yeah, there are many things, and stick around because we are recapping all the big moments from last night's finale with Bachelor alums Caila, Quinn, and Charlene Joint. That is in just a little while.
Yes, and Elan really knows what he's talking about when it comes to The Bachelor and also when it comes to life. So for more from Elan Gale, check out his new book, You're Not That Great. It's available now.
Soon to meet a handsome man, a rich gentleman. It is all I ever hoped for. Will you fall in love with me? Indeed you will. And marry me? And marry you.
Any way your heart desires. Only say yes to me.
Yes, so yes, dear William.
There you go. That's right. Meghan Markle is not the only actress in the royal family. A video clip has surfaced that shows a 13-year-old Kate Middleton in a school play being told that she will one day marry a handsome, rich man, who ended up being named William, it turns out. Kate starred in the production while attending St. Andrew's Prep School. As we all know, Kate's real-life love story amazingly mimics her school play's predictions. She fell in love with her own Prince Charming after meeting Prince William at the University of St. Andrews. The couple wed in 2011, of course. And speaking of Princess this. Kate, the royal is stepping out this morning in Oxford. The Duchess of Cambridge, who is in her 3rd trimester with her 3rd child, is visiting the Pegasus primary school this morning to learn more about a local charity. Kate wore a cream-colored coat and dress underneath as she stopped to meet parents, teachers, children at the school. And here with all the details on Kate's visit and more is our royal correspondent, Imogen Lloyd-Webber. Good to see you. Good morning.
Good to see you.
Let's jump in here. Kate visited the school to learn more about a charity called Family Links. Tell us more about that charity.
Yeah, Family Links is a charity based in Oxford that works closely with schools nationwide to support children and their parents. Their goal is to help families prioritise emotional health through activities and workshops integrated into the school experience. There's an emphasis on early intervention, talking about mental health early on in a child's life so they are better equipped to take care of themselves as they grow.
Makes sense. It's a good idea.
This all ties together with the work Princess Kate has been doing along with Prince William and Prince Harry on the Heads Together campaign.
They bring a lot of attention to that stuff. And what sorts of activities and programming did Kate take part in today?
Pegasus Primary School made it possible for Kate to meet parents to hear more about how their families have overcome challenges with the support of Family Links. She also observed a circle time, which is an activity session that encourages children to share their thoughts on a range of topics, including how to support a classmate if they are being bullied or how to cope with a stressful situation. Finally, Kate attended a roundtable discussion with Family Links on the importance of supporting families during a child's early years.
Really important stuff.
Yeah.
And it's good that people get to see this and pay more attention with all the discussions we're having now surrounding violence in schools and things. Good to pay attention to mental health. Kate has a busy week. She also has plans to step out tomorrow in London. Tell us what that's all about.
Yeah, Kate has been a patron of the charity Place to Be since 2013, which also provides in-school support and training for children's emotional well-being to give them the best possible start in life. We saw her visit children at the Reach Academy in London in January. That visit was with Place to Be. She'll be on hand in London tomorrow to open the charity's new headquarters, a state-of-the-art facility that will help the charity train more counsellors and teachers.
All right, Kate's sister-in-law to be is making headlines this week with the announcement of her biggest royal event to date, and it's with the Queen herself.
Yeah, Meghan Markle and her fiancé, Prince Harry, will join Queen Elizabeth and other senior members of the family for a special church service at Westminster Abbey on Monday, March the 12th. Also expected to attend are Meghan's future father-in-law, Prince Charles, and soon-to-be in-laws, Prince William and Kate. The service will also include a special performance by One Direction's Liam Payne.
Uh-oh, look out.
Yeah, the annual Abbey service is the largest annual interfaith gathering in the UK. After the service, Meghan, Harry, William and Kate will head into the square behind the Abbey to meet school children before attending a reception.
Yeah, this is all very significant that Meghan is attending such a high-profile event at the Queen's side, but tell us about that significance.
Yeah, the fact that Meghan is joining in several official royal appearances underlines how quickly she is being acclimatised to the family and its public roles. There was a feeling that Princess Diana was thrown in the deep end with royal engagements and that it was all too much too soon for her. Prince William and the royal family were therefore very protective of Kate early on and were determined to make sure that lessons had been learned from the past. Meghan is much more used to the public eye than Kate was, and therefore I think it's unsurprising that on some levels we're seeing more of her at this stage.
Absolutely agree, yeah. All right, it all makes very good sense. Thank you so much, Imogen. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I think for me, the more I hung out with you, the more I felt like I was losing the possibility of maybe reconciling things with Lauren.
So what? Do you want to be back with her?
I want to see if there's that possibility.
Are you kidding me?
Probably the perfect reaction. Chris Anderson called it the most shocking Bachelor finale ever, and boy, do we have lots to discuss.
Yeah, joining us live to break this all down are former Bachelor Nation cast members Caila, Quinn, and Charlene Joint. Hi, ladies.
Woo. Man, there's a lot to discuss. You know the show very well, though. How shocked were you by Arie's switch here, the change of heart?
I can't believe they aired it. I
Okay,
can't
yeah.
believe, you know, you can make that decision, but usually that's a private moment, especially these getaways as couples.
Yeah, I felt like that was evidence that Arie was in over his head, that he didn't just pull her aside in the bedroom one night and be like, hey, by the way. Like, it just felt like it was very public.
Yeah.
Shocked.
I mean, it seems like it came out of nowhere for poor Becca. How do you think Arie handled the breakup, though? I mean, he's hung around for quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think he could have.
You can speak freely. This is
I feel like he could have handled it better, and I also thought he could have seemed, or at least come across more like empathetic. He seemed very cold and checked out completely.
Yeah.
Caila, what do you think?
I think He felt very needy in this breakup too, because he just kept sticking around. Usually when you break up with somebody, cut it off, walk out the door when she says, please leave, after 3 times.
Or more times.
Exactly. And he just wanted validation that, you know, breaking up with her was the right thing to do.
It got to a point where it was clear that he's a talker, and my wife was saying, like, he likes to talk things out, and he would feel better if he stuck around and they could say more so he could walk away comforted.
Yeah.
But she wasn't giving that to him. Was she?
No. I was thinking he's just kind of like a derp. Like, I don't even know like if a derp is a word. It was just like, he was just like there, and I think he'd already processed everything. Well, it came across cold.
And he posted this on Instagram a few days ago. Here's the post. It said lots of opinions here on social. Hard to express the difficulty of a conflicted heart. Do either of you two though feel that Arie should have, I don't know, gotten his feelings under control before the proposal, or is this just sort of par for the course on a show like this?
100%. I feel like he should have decided before he got down on one knee whether he wanted to actually get engaged.
Yeah, it was disturbing when he said, I was telling her, all I want to say was I love you, but I was saying goodbye about Lauren, and this is right before he proposes to Becca. It's like, maybe call the whole thing off.
Yeah, and even at that point, it's like, even if the rest didn't happen, like, she's gonna watch this, you've got some explaining to do, right? Like,
The whole thing is so complicated. There may have been some warning signs that something like this would happen. Let's take a look at Becca and Arie's final date before the proposal.
Do you have any hesitation in anything at this point?
Yeah, I'm still a little conflicted, to be honest, you know? Just I keep going back and forth on a couple things, you know, and I think with us, I don't know, it's, I don't know what it is, you know?
Like big flag. Flags are flying, everybody. Maybe a little bit
Here's a red flag. Here's a red flag.
He went back and forth, and you look back at that. Were there early signs here that things were going to derail, in your opinion, like at a deep level?
Yes. At this point, you should be like 100% sure. You should be totally into the other person. And of course, this whole pause, this whole moment was just he doesn't know what he wants.
Yeah, if he's taking this long to decide, should he have not proposed, do you think?
Absolutely. I thought Becca M said that well in the live segment. She was like, you don't need to propose. If you're not sure at this point, don't propose.
Then that comes to me, that turns into a thing where he's like weighing out the pressure from the show to like perform in a certain way. And remember when Peter Krause was going through all that, there was all the speculation that he had to propose, or I don't know what all that comes down to, but like if he felt like, well, I got to do this for the show,
Well, and I'm sure
it would
producers
add to
are
the
probably
conflict.
trying to get you to propose
Yeah,
too.
right. Anyway, another warning sign. Arie apparently had a talk with Lauren and even told Becca that he still had feelings for her. Ladies, you think you would have stuck around if your fiance said he still had feelings for another woman? Should Becca have been maybe a little tougher on him from the beginning? What do you think?
Oh, I think she was very generous.
Yeah.
Probably too generous.
I feel like I would have stuck around. If somebody still has conflicting feelings, maybe they work through it, especially if you love the person and you believe in the relationship. I think she really gave it all she could.
You're a stronger woman than I know a lot of people.
But in the context of the show, it's like, when do you suddenly draw a line and say, like, all right, no more giving attention to another woman? Because the whole setup is that he's splitting his time. So when do you just suddenly cut that out?
Well, we're so hard on Arie, but the whole point of the show is to go on dates and get to know all these wonderful women.
Yeah.
So you can't really blame him for, he fell in love with 2 people.
Yeah.
It's tricky. Let's not forget this, though. Arie's ex-girlfriend tweeted this before the season even started. This is pretty intense. I think we're going to see it in a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah, so the show would be perfect for Arie up until it comes to choosing just one.
That's in September.
So she tweeted that before, and now people are not happy with Arie. Has he surpassed Juan Pablo as the most hated bachelor?
You would know.
Yeah, what do you think?
I feel bad for him because I do feel like I said, he's in over his head, and I think that he went into this with the best of intentions, and so I think that they're hated for different reasons, but this is not a good look. There's something original about this, though. This goes back to like Brad Womack, Jason Mesnick days. It feels old school.
Which is strange that that's able to happen after so many seasons.
Yes,
There's like it happened again, but there's originality to it, and you just can't quite pin where you think it should be, how it should be fixed.
Totally.
Okay, if you had to go back, if you had to be back on The Bachelor and compete for Arie or Juan Pablo, who would you compete for?
Arie.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. What about you? Kayla?
Definitely Arie.
Yeah. Juan Pablo. I think Juan Pablo still safely holds the mantle.
Yeah, I think so
one of the
too.
most disliked Bachelors.
Yeah,
All right. Arie himself admitted to dating women like Lauren in the past. Do you think this is him just sort of reverting back to the old ways? This is sort of his type, that type of thing?
I think so. I think he really likes a girl that he can comfort, that he could be that role model for.
Yeah.
Or
What were you going to say? What are you holding back?
No, I agree with that, and I think that he is going back to his old ways in some ways. I mean, what Becca even said this, like she's like, I think, is he open to going for someone who can challenge him? And we have seen just more of that between him and Becca than between him and Lauren.
I agree with you
Also,
completely.
all like the revealing moments where Arie says like, I'm not really sure, he only reveals it to Becca. He doesn't really talk about his insecurities with Lauren. And you should be able to do that when you love somebody.
Yeah.
So it made more sense for him to propose to her.
Yeah, well, tonight we will find out if Lauren will take him back. What do you guys think? Should Lauren give him a second chance? Do you think she will?
No. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Boy, you guys are so scared to say it.
Seriously, I don't think she should take him back.
I don't think so either.
Can you imagine if he's left with no one at the end of it?
I think that's actually very likely.
I think that's what's going to happen.
No, I think she's going to take him back.
But here's the thing.
I think she is too. I don't think she necessarily should.
I don't think she should, but I think she will.
Yeah.
But I also don't think that she's going to accept straight out like serious engagement. Like they've got to work through some stuff. I know it's been weeks since this happened or months, whatever, but like surely she's going to be like very cautious and reserved about like, you're just going to do this to me in 6 months?
Can you imagine if she came back on the couch with Becca's ring or a ring?
Oh gosh.
Can you imagine that? Like,
This is exactly why we will be watching tonight.
Yes.
We will find out. Ladies, Caila, Charlene, thank you so much for weighing in. It's great to hear from you. Be sure to tune into part 2 of the Bachelor finale starting tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. We will be there with popcorn and Oreo cookies. I will.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
Guys, very excited. American Idol is returning to TVs everywhere this Sunday, giving singers around the country a chance to be heard. Now, the reboot comes with 3 new judges who all have found major success in the music industry. Lionel Richie, yeah, he's done okay. Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, they're doing well. So we wanted to learn a little more about the dynamic trio, and what better way than a People Now Confess sesh. Watch.
Confess sesh.
Sesh, like
sesh.
session, right?
Yes.
Confession session.
Hi, I'm Lionel Richie.
And I'm Katy Perry.
And I'm Luke Bryan.
And this is People Now Confess Sesh.
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 Sesh. If I could audition for Idol, my song would be, well, that's the easiest thing in the world. Hello. I solved that problem.
My ultimate music icon crush is...
Thank you.
I'm
You don't-
so
No, it's neither of you. Is it based on music or looks or both?
Both. And thank you very much.
Elvis Presley.
Who do you think of when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Which Idol judge is the hardest to impress?
Yes, that's good.
It's Katy. Women are tough.
Don't edit that out.
You love that. You love that.
All right, guys, let's check in on our question of the day one last time. We've been asking you, what are your thoughts on last night's Bachelor finale? Here's what Twitter is saying.
Yeah,
or at
we
least
got a
some on
lot of thoughts on this.
Twitter. By the way, during the show, it started trending huge.
Yeah.
Like, it was unbelievable.
Do you know who you wouldn't have proposed if he wasn't 100% sure?
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw some of this.
Peter.
This is why we all wanted Peter.
Sorry,
I saw people tweeting.
I saw Peter's face and I just couldn't get the words out.
This tweet from Scar. When they say they're making Becca face Arie and Lauren, but why? But why? No, I'll tell you why. Ratings through the roof. I can't wait to see
Alyssa
the whole
says
thing.
somewhere Juan Pablo knows he's no longer the most hated Bachelor.
Yeah.
Well,
according to our panel.
and he's whispering
Still there.
softly to himself, "It's okay." Remember, he always did that.
He
It's okay.
That was
it's
his
okay.
word. By the way, Arie perhaps could have taken a little note from him and said, like, I'm sorry, once or twice more, or at all, in that house with her.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a weird thing. Anyway, do we have one more tweet? I think.
I think that's it.
There we go.
Oh, we do.
Andy Cohen, I beg you to edit this footage down. A lot of people had that feeling like, oh, I can't take it.
It was a little too much for me. You liked it though. I think people were a little.
I guess I liked it from a standpoint of like, how can they possibly do something different than they've ever done?
Yeah.
And they really did. Like, it's
Yeah.
hard to do that at this point. 1,000
Yeah,
seasons.
that's fascinating. All right, we'll be asking you guys a new question of the day tomorrow on People Now, so come back at 8:30 a.m.
Coming up tomorrow as well, Timeless star Abigail Spencer's talking about how fan support helped bring the show back to life. Plus, Lauren Ash is here live talking about her hit NBC comedy Superstore and her friendship with co-star America Ferrera.
Yeah, thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from Nate Berkus and Jeremiah Brent. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Nate Berkus.
I'm Jeremiah Brent.
And this is One Last Thing.
Do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
All right, my last big splurge was a
Don't lie.
suede jacket that was I stressed out about for longer than I care to admit. I didn't take it out of the actual bag for 3 days.
Yeah, I've never seen him like that, actually, with an article of clothing.
I don't know.
My last big splurge was this jacket, actually, bought yesterday here in New York.
We're very exciting. We just had a date night.
No, I know, we did have a date night. Where did we go?
Tower
Bar.
Oh yeah, we just had
Tower Bar in
It
Los
was
Angeles.
a good day. It was a
It was
good
a really
date
nice date night. We've been in production on the second season of Nate and Jeremiah by Design, and when we wrap, we're like, do we want to sit on the sofa in sweatpants or actually get dressed and go have a date night?
I want to look at your face tonight and talk to you.
At all. I haven't been talking to you for the
All
last
day.
72 hours.
It was a perfect date night.
Yeah, it was good.
So the last TV show that we binge watched is my all-time favorite, and I'm so sad that it's over. It's called Altered Carbon on Netflix. It was so good.
And I don't like sci-fi, and Jeremiah makes me go to every sci-fi movie and watch every sci-fi series, and I loved that show.
It's so good, guys.
And before that, it was The Crown.